Hello, my name's Tom Buckley. I am the Senior Learning Technologist for the University of the West of England's Faculty of Health and Applied Sciences. I lead a team of other learning technologists called the Education Innovation Team. Now, I'm making this short presentation as just an extension of another video or another series of videos we are making to do with Panopto. Now, there is some guidance videos out there that are centrally made or made by the Panopto team themselves. But I'm going to look at just some specific things and share some things that I've learned, which will hopefully help it make it easier for yourself when you come to do the things that I've been looking at. So this particular video is about presenting a live webcast, not what it takes to do that, but just what it takes in terms of the options you select and how you want to set it up to make really the most of it. Using the systems we have, because there are some pitfalls and there are some pratfalls. So what I've done is I've opened the Panopto software installation on my computer, and I have double-clicked on that icon, and you see this screen. Now, usually around this area, you would see above the primary sources, you'd see the camera feed. Obviously, you won't see that here as I'm using it to record this video. So what I want you to draw your attention to really is when you're doing a live webcast, your initial instinct will be, okay, I'll go into Panopto, I'll click webcast, and I'll click record. There you are, I'm webcasting, and if you see at the bottom there is just a link. What I'll do is I'll copy that and I'll share it with people. Okay. However, and I'll draw your attention to the top right of the screen, stage right, and you'll see that there's 0 viewers. That won't change if you do it by this way. And the reason I say that is because this system, this way of doing it is set up so you will need to authenticate people into that webcast. Now you can do that if you've got someone monitoring an email account and they're getting all the requests saying, can I see it? Can I not see it? But what happens from a student's point of view is they'll get given the link, they'll click on it, they'll get asked to log in, they'll get told they haven't got the rights to view it, but they can request the access. They'll click request access. That email will sit in your inbox because you're more than likely the one presenting, and you won't want to have to field people's entrance into the webcast if they're 10 minutes late, because you'll be lecturing, you'll be doing or presenting, you'll be doing something else. So what I suggest doing, so if we press stop here, is doing a lot of the admin up front and setting the parameters you want to use. So if I go to the online Panopto, you'll see here the online Panopto. If you go and click on home, you'll see all the stuff that we've been sharing or making and all the fantastic stuff. Go to the relevant folder, be it your folder, your My folder, or the course that you're casting from. More than likely, if you're wanting to do a live webcast, you might be doing something cross-faculty, cross-institution, outside of the module framework. So what you'll want to do is go to whatever folder you want to make it in, click on Create, go to Webcast, which gives you the ability to prepare the webcast. So if I go here, test webcast, as is always the way, you can never type when people are watching. You'd put a description in there, let's say for a professorial lectures, you'll put a description of who it is speaking, their background, a little vignette about the talk that they're giving. Click on Create. And then you will get through to this stage. This stage is where you set up all the parameters. So you can set the availability before and end and when it's going to start running and all the rest of it. You can you can edit and add a new description, or you can change parameters such as whether you allow people to comment. Fantastic, brilliant. You can grab the link from here and you can add a preview image so it looks nicely all set up. Maybe it's something branded to the event. But what is really important to do is go to share and set up who you want to see it, because there's no one at this stage that there's no other way of doing that at this stage. So you'll go here and you can either get the link or the embed code. What you want to do before you do that is click this drop down and pick what level of access you want people. Usually if it's cross faculty, usually if it's cross institution, usually if it's cross outside of one module run, you'll want either anyone with a link or anyone with or at your organization. So if I click on that, press save, I can close that down. It will sit there within your folder, inactive, inert, until next time that you log into the Panopto that's on your desktop. It will be a list of the webcasts that are there. So really, theoretically, you could have sent that link out beforehand as part of the bump, part of the paraphernalia to do with advertising the event. So that's fantastic. That's really, really useful. Not record, manage your discussions however we recommend, and then when it's done, you will get an email that looks a bit like this, where you can view, edit, share, do additional output formats. Now, obviously, view, obvious. Edit, really, really important. If you've gone to the effort of recording it, you might want to switch between the streams before you make it public. So if you've got multiple cameras up, you know that there's each bit of the video, when you end up publishing it, is looking at the right bit. You can change focus. That's how it's called. The most important thing if you're running an event and you're live capturing it and you want to disseminate it more widely is this additional output formats. You click on it, it'll take you through to the screen that we saw before, and you can see great stuff like you can start changing how the picture's shown. So you've got the picture of the presenter and the screen, or screen and the presenter, and you can download that as a video or an audio podcast. Imagine that. It'd make it really easy to make a kind of 360 event where you record it, stream it live, and pop it out to either YouTube or SoundCloud or however you like to publish your events. Maybe multiple sources, but it's all there, all in the program, and it's all really good. And I thoroughly recommend it. Hope that is good or useful, and best of luck live streaming in the future.